And we are live for the final post-coverage show of the year. This was for Nintendo. I'm Sean. We have Bennett here as well. We are not doing this from the same location this time. Well, it happens. All right, we just got done watching the Nintendo Digital event. Bennett, let's start off with the first thing they showed, Super Smash Bros. Wii U. What do you think? What are your
It looks
thoughts?
really cool. I'm pretty excited for them to release it on the 3DS as well. They showed off that you can use your own Mii as a brawler, a fighter, or a shooter. Now, the brawler is a hand-to-hand combat Mii, or you could use the fighter, which is going
The
to be
Sword Fighter, yeah.
sword fighter, which is going to be good, with all sorts of various weapons. And the shooter, it looks like a cyborg version of the Mii. So I would want to go with a cyborg, just because I think the super ray gun that they showed off looks pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is make it so you have three different distance fighters. So you have your close fighter, you have your medium range, and then you have your long range fighter. So that's what it seems to me like they're doing. But I like the differences. The gunner does look really cool, especially with the Mega Man gun that he has on his hand
Yeah,
there.
I noticed that was really cool.
Yeah, the move I think you're talking about is the one where they showed him on the right side of the screen and he was shooting a beam with three
Yeah.
things rotating around it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really cool. I was like, whoa, wow, that looks nice. Um, they showed quite a bit of Smash Brothers, but left enough to the imaginations that I'm still very much excited for it when it comes out. The 3DS version's coming out pretty soon. I think it's this summer to end of summer or fall. To the fall,
Yeah.
and then the Wii U version's they moved it to the winter now, so that can fall in December at the earliest, I think. So that
Uh,
was really nice. They also spoke about the 3DS version a little bit. They didn't touch too much on 3DS at all throughout the show. They just a little bit here and there. With this one, they showed us being able to change the art style a little bit, the cell
yeah.
shade.
Yeah, it was a little bit flatter in the 3DS version. Um, as opposed to the Wii U. But it still had the 3D. The allocator still had the 3D effect, but it's a portable device, so they have to kind of slim it down, just like, yeah.
Well, yeah, they changed the one thing they showed. I noticed they're taking the scale down, up and down on the black outline of the characters. So I mean that was one aspect they showed, but they kind of left the 3DS version alone. They showed them fighting. Do you recall anything else that they
Yeah.
showed?
They showed off the stats. They showed off training. They showed off like coins popping up as winners, as when you're training. Like, this is the amount of coins you're getting. Uh,
The different modes, right?
there's different modes for sure.
Yeah.
And they were, I think, a tidbit of it. They were showing off that you can train your fighters, and then your stats actually increase on like your individual character. So I thought that was kind of unique, because usually in Super Smash Bros. Games it's just fight, but now it's like, okay, so now I can train my fighter, and apparently it gets better stats based on how well you train. So I thought that was kind of cool, and that little tidbit that they showed off.
Yeah, the other thing that kind of goes with that, I think, is how they showed us what the NPC, the NFC near field communication, the Nintendo, their little portable figurines. They showed us a little bit of that. It's called Amiibo. They showed it initially with the Super Smash Brothers, and they spoke about how you said stats. They spoke about how each little figurine has its own stats that it can transfer back and forth
Yeah,
from the console to the
like
actual figurine.
it's just like as an example of Skylanders or Disney Infinity.
Yeah.
Basically, you have your Nintendo character that you're going to be using for like Mario Party 8, Mario Kart 8,
Not Mario. Well, they haven't announced Mario Party 8's.
or I'm sorry, Mario Party, the next Mario Party, whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, for 3DS, they were going to make a portable device that you can actually. It works with a Wi-Fi between your 3DS and the little pad.
Near field communication.
Yeah, that way you can set your character on there, and then it shows up in your game. And that'll work for various games. They're just expanding it. They're calling it Amiibo. For the gamepad, though, there's a little there's a little square chip on the side of your gamepad, and that will actually be the registration for the character. But again, reiterating, all your stats do go back and forth on your characters. So when you bring on Link for Super Smash Bros. And you train him, then he will most definitely increase in stats, become better, and then you can take him off, put on Mario, do the same thing, vice versa.
Yeah, they
so
say that this is going to be
characters are going to be the same. Like if you're Link, if Sean's Link, he has his Link and I have my Link, we're not going to have the same stats.
Yeah, more than likely. They say they say that these are going to be first used on Super Smash Bros. That's going to be the first game that they use them in, but they say that they can be used in other games that are compatible. And one of the games that they mentioned was Mario Kart 8, and so Mario Kart 8's out already. Let's see when these amiibos can hit the store shelves. I would like to buy some just as little collector's items. I think I'm definitely. Huh?
You gonna collect them all?
Just like Pokemon. But yeah, they're really cool. This is they say that it's gonna work as well as with Skylanders as well. They compared it to Skylanders and the Disney Infinity. It is all through NFC, so it's a technology that they've had in the plans for a while. The gamepad comes with built-in NFC technology. And so they're ready to go with this, and hopefully they can put it out, and I want to see what ideas they have. I want to see what other games they come out with. Like you said, you mentioned Mario Party. Mario Party with these characters wouldn't be that bad. Like you have your set characters in Mario Party, but then you got to bring in some other ones. That'd be nice.
Yeah, those ones that aren't selectable from the actual Mario Party menu, like your basic Toad, Princess, Luigi, Mario, Wario, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They'll bring in Icarus or something like that, or what's it? The kid Icarus.
Icarus, yeah.
Icarus.
You're close. Yeah. You're close. You know what you're talking about. I enjoyed it. I like that they didn't show too much about Smash Bros. I'm excited about it still. I'm going to be buying this. This game is going to be awesome. Let's move on to the next item. They highlighted this. I guess it was from here on out they were going to go with it as called developer stories. They started off. The first one was with Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, it's like a spiritual successor to Kirby's Epic Yarn. In Kirby's Epic Yarn, they did all the pieces of yarn were individually put into the computer, and it's a testament that how detailed they were, that how beautiful the game looks. This game looks very beautiful as well. Do you have any thoughts on Yoshi's Woolly World?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I like the fact that I've never seen Kirby's Epic Yarn before, but seeing Yoshi's Woolly World really set a different theme to it, because most Mario games are timed challenges. You have to complete it in a certain amount of time. Now with Yoshi's Woolly World, there's no time, so your amount of fun is almost limitless in one stage. And he can use his tongue is basically what they call the most powerful weapon, and they also said that's weird to call it that. And for the fact that Yoshi can basically turn enemies into little balls of yarn, it was really funny for me because he uses them as like his egg weapons, as in previous games. So I thought it was kind of cool to see them to just be balls of yarn instead of eggs. And the fact that he was like using his tongue to actually unravel the environment itself.
Yeah.
Like they showed a scene where Yoshi was like using his tongue towards the left side of the screen, and the whole like little part of the environment was just like rippling apart off the yarn, and then he turned into a huge ball of yarn. It was really cool.
Yeah, he's the Gene Simmons of the Nintendo world.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, it's interesting. He's got this tongue that can do so many things, and as well as Gene Simmons. With the point you're talking about, I like that aspect. They're adding these things in there. That was a good one. I liked. Now, did you see the part where he shot one of his egg balls of yarns, and it hit like a specific point in the map of the level, and it turned into a tube. So I'm assuming he can go up that if that went there. But
Yeah.
it looks like that's one little tidbit of little information that they give you without like making it obvious.
Well, maybe
That's really nice.
maybe there's specific enemies that you can actually hit that allow you to, or eat or whatever, that allow you to turn it into a specific item like a tube. But that was actually really cool because the tube was actually on the topper, on the top of the screen, not on the bottom like most of
A normal.
so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe it's like in Super Mario World when you eat a turtle shell in Super Mario World, depending on the color, it allows your Yoshi to do different things. The red turtle shell let him shoot out 3 fireballs. The green turtle shell was a normal, spit it back out as a turtle shell. The blue one made him fly, etc. and so on. So maybe it is like that. That'd be a nice little a nice little callback to Super Mario World, but in a new way.
Co-op on Yoshi's Woolly World looks cool too.
Oh yeah, it has that Mario thing where if you and I are playing it together, I can grab you with my tongue and then spit you off the side to kill you, so I can get all the points or whatever.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I was like, that's cool. That's a neat little thing.
I think that's a common theme in a lot of the games they showed today is co-op, and this is co-op that's like there where you're playing at. And Nintendo's always been about that since, I was younger in the late 80s with the regular Nintendo, the NES, the SNES, the Nintendo 64, GameCube, and so on. It kept on going, and it's like in the living room co-op. And that's what it looked like they were focusing on a bit here, too, as well. You have anything else you want to talk about Yoshi's Woolly World?
No, I think we covered it all, but
okay.
It's good.
The next one, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Now, if you play Mario World, have you played Mario World, 3D Mario World? It's on the Wii U, the new one that just came out. No. Okay, no. So on this one, the new Super Mario World 3D World, you have these levels where you're playing as Toad, and it's a 3D environment. Toad can't jump. Toad can't do many things like Mario can. And so you have to go through there using the gamepad and like tilting it. There's a mic in there, so you blow, and that it takes it in. And this looks like a full game version of those miniature levels for Toad. So I guess it's like a puzzle game, almost in the vein of Fez, from what I've seen of Fez.
Yeah, how the environment actually is like.
Rotates.
It rotates. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little puzzle game. It looks fun. It's fun on Super Mario 3D World. I enjoy those levels. It looks definitely interesting. Hopefully it'll be a downloadable game. I don't know if I would pay full price for a bunch of little Toad levels.
I don't think I would. I'd rather have it on a disk space and it just has stages.
Maybe if they did it something like, hey, with the next Mario game you buy, you're getting the Toad game as well, like kind of like they used to do with you bought Mario World, you get Duck Hunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, maybe they would do it like that. Or when you buy when you bought the Wii, you got Wii Sports. Maybe they'll do it like that.
No, I don't think no.
They might not. They might. Maybe they'll put it with Nintendo Land. They'll just start bundling things together. Boom, boom, boom. Bundle, bundle, bundle.
That'd be cool. Nintendo Land would be cool. I'd buy that. What's next on the list?
So the next thing, one of the things I've been looking forward to the most, I'm a big fan of the Legend of Zelda series, and they went through talking about kind of what they spoke about last year. They're reiterating when we said last year we wanted to go back to the basics and the core of Zelda and look at it, and they showed us some footage of how expansive Hyrule can be, and I just gotta say, wow, my jaw dropped, man, when they did that opening shot.
Oh, on the
Legend of Zelda, man, when they showed the opening shot of Hyrule.
Yeah, that was actually really freaking cool. This game looks like a lot of fun. It makes me kind of want to buy a Wii U for it. But there's another game we're gonna talk about later on that makes me want to buy a Wii U. But this one looks freaking cool, dude.
Yeah, they amped up the graphical clarity, the fidelity of this. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I'm really stoked for it. When he actually just spit that picture behind him, it was really cool. And they showed off the demo of that. It was the Hyrule one was the one with the characters that you play as your favorite character of Zelda.
No,
right?
no. I'm talking about the Legend of Zelda, the one where they just showed him in a field on Epona.
Oh, okay.
And he's just in an open field,
With
and
the
it was
big
just
boss,
he
right?
was just huh?
With the one with the big boss.
Yeah, he's just standing there for a while in the open field. The wind's blowing. You see the grass and the everything flowing with the wind. And
It's Skyrim. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought it was beautiful. My just jaw dropped to the floor, and I was flabbergasted. And I like how they did a little teaser where they showed the boss, the baddie coming at him.
Dude,
He started riding off on Epona.
Dude, freaking looks hard. Like when they actually showed the stage of, that was Zelda, right?
Legend of Zelda, yes.
No, the character on the horse was Zelda, right?
No, character on the horse was Link.
Link. My bad.
Oh gosh.
Well, that's another game I would play, guys. Legend of Zelda. Just so you know, throwing it out there. Don't hate me.
Oh, you too late. Yeah, that was Link on the horse and that horse is Epona. That's those are stalwarts in the Zelda series, and I thought it looked great. It was a little bit of a cell shaded watercolor type style of art direction.
Yeah, it was bright. It was vivid. It wasn't dark or anything like that. It wasn't flat. It was very like it made me want to go and explore it. Just
It was very lively. It looked very lively.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I like that look of it, and it was a very interesting look. I want to see more from where where they're going with this game. This is huh?
No, I'm just making fun of you when you say, "Oh, it is CGI."
Yeah, but that wasn't CGI.
I know.
I mean, I guess it was CGI, but that's like pretty much how it's gonna look. They do a good job of blending that CGI, the cutscene, and the gameplay. Especially with that type of art direction. The art direction in something like that, comparable to like Borderlands 2, it's very clean and it's very similar. It's not really any difference in there. I do want to see though the gameplay. I want to see what they're referring to when they say, "Oh, we want to go back to the core of Zelda and you going up, down, left, and right." I want to see what they physically mean by that, like in the open world with your character you controlling. I want to see what they mean by that.
Yeah, so there's definitely more to see, but that one looks really good again. So the next one that we have, I think, was a little.
It was just a trailer.
This is a trailer for Bayo.
No, Pokemon.
Oh.
They did the nice little live action. Again, a little live-action trailer for Pokemon Omega Red. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah.
They also just announced the other day the Emerald Green, the Emerald. What's the Emerald one going to be called?
I'm not certain.
Yeah, well, the Emerald version of these two, the one that came out with it, they announced that one the other day. They did a little trailer for these. It looks like they updated the graphics on it. It looks nice and clean coat of paint.
Yeah, it works just like these games are going to work just like Pokemon X and Y.
They add in the Mega Evolutions.
Mega Evolutions, the environments are actually, you can walk around the environments just like Pokemon X and Y, instead of just like, top view, run around like in the old games. So it's actually updated to be made like the newer Pokemon, which is really cool.
Yeah. After Pokemon was when they did the Bayonetta 2 trailer. They also had some gameplay in there. This is an exclusive for Nintendo. They were able to grab this one from Platinum Games. Platinum Games is coming out with some good stuff. They had some other releases, announcements in the other conference, the media briefings. And in this one, this is a big one for Nintendo. They put themselves out there just to get this Bayonetta one. This is a mature game. You know, have you played the first one? Do you have any ideas on this one?
Never played the first one, but I heard it was good.
Now, the first one was definitely interesting. Has a lot of attack combos. It's fast paced. It was a few years ago when I played it, so I'm recalling to my best of my ability. I am definitely excited to see what they are allowed to do on the Wii U because it is a mature game. Hopefully, they go gory, bloody. That it deals with demons and all that stuff. So don't be a slouch on that stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's a big thing that people worry about with Nintendo is that they're going to censor, I think, these mature games. And I mean, I guess you kind of have every right when you see what Nintendo's track record has been lately, where it's been all these kid games.
Yeah, but I think it looks good. It's a different feel from a platform game, so than what Nintendo's used to. It was interesting. I heard really good, really positive reviews about the first Bayonetta, and Bayonetta 2 looks really cool. They showed off the main character looking as like Zelda with a sword and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I think they were doing that as a joke, as also a tease of what can happen because they showed her. They did the Zelda sound, the Legend of Zelda sound for opening finding a chest, and then they also showed her in a Samus Aran suit. Samus Aran's from Metroid, and
Yeah.
so they showed that. So I'm thinking they're allowing you to, if you probably, I bet you it's gonna be like, hey, pre-order the game, get all these extra suits. It's probably gonna be like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna play as Samus. Dude, that'd be cool.
Yeah, the only thing is though, her outfit in the first game, it was made out of her hair. So I don't know how that's gonna work with these suits over it now when her outfit was her hair.
It just dyes with the color, dude.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. We'll see how that works. If that game mechanic is still there with her hair. The next game I think is the one you're talking about earlier that you might really want to go buy a system for. I don't know if this is specifically the one. Was Hyrule Warriors the one you're referring to?
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors looks really cool. Now I couldn't take too much description out of it from what I saw, but I noticed that there's going to be at least 4 characters that could be able to play as. I wasn't too sure myself on what this game actually looked like. So if you could say something a little bit about that, Sean.
Yeah. Well, Hyrule Warriors is going to let you play as, of course, you're going to be able to play as Link. You're going to play as Zelda. You're going to play as Impa and Midna. You got some characters from Twilight Princess there and other characters throughout the whole Zelda franchise. It's a definite, it's giving you options. There are more characters that you could play as, and that I would like to see. I would like to see a Goron. I'd like to see a Zora. There's different characters I would like to see in there. They also say that you're going to be able to play as possibly. Well, they didn't say you're going to be able to play as them, but they said when it comes to the Warrior games, they have so many characters, they have so many moves. So I imagine that you're going to also be able to play as some of the Warriors from the Warrior games, not just have to be only Hyrule Warriors. I mean, this is a mashup of the two games,
Yeah, it looks good. I think what they're doing with it, the aspects that they're taking, it's a new fresh idea they're coming out with. So I think it'll really sell good.
I'm definitely excited about it myself. I want to see what other things they put in there because they didn't really specifically talk about any storyline possibilities, direction. They did state a release date on this one though. This one will be coming out on September 26th of this year. So they're actually like pretty close to gold. I mean, we're in June right now, so that's 3 months away.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so they have to be getting pretty close to gold right now. I'm definitely interested in this game, and it looks pretty fun. It looks like it'd be a nice little co-op game to just go around, hack and slash, like old school stuff that you don't see much very often anymore.
Yeah, and I love those kind of hack and slash games. The next one that they actually announced, right, was going to be the Xenoblade Chronicles X, right?
Yeah, well, right before that one, they showed a little trailer, and it's hittable. It was the Kirby, the Rainbow Curse of the Rainbow.
Rainbow Kirby, yeah.
Yeah,
The Rainbow.
yeah. They showed a quick trailer. It was gameplay as well, but again, it was very forgettable. It was really really fast. It wasn't a point they were like, hey, watch this and remember this. It was just kind of like, here you go. All right, that's it. So it was really fast. But yeah, after that they went to Xenoblade Chronicles X. This one, man, they showed a nice gameplay and CGI trailer. I think it was last year. I can't remember if they did one the year before. And all they were calling it was X. All we knew was from Monolith Soft. And it looked awesome. Everybody was just clamoring about it. There was no title, and now finally they've given it a title. And I'm really excited about this one. This one's going to be a nice little, I don't know, something different for the Wii U, something that a lot of people are going to enjoy, I think.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm myself not into that kind of game where it's anime, or not. I'm sorry, not anime, but it's more Japanese characters, style or Japanese style. But I think it looks good. It looks fun. It looks like it's going to tell a great story. I think it's something that fans really can look forward to from Nintendo and really selling their Wii U, because if that game has a good story, then regardless, everyone's going to want to buy it. I mean, the first one was very popular.
Yeah, well, as long as they're able to give us a good game, this game has been, talked about. It looks big and vast, and it doesn't look like it's going to be, shortchanging us on the game with the system. It looks like it's going to give us a full treatment of everything we want to do. They showed last year you have mechs. You can go out there and battle on foot. So many different options. This game just looks awesome. I'm really excited for this. I want to know more about it. I just picked up Xenoblade Chronicles for my Wii a month or so ago. I got to play that and find out more specifics, but I'm excited about that one. The next one they went into after that was a nice, cool little creator game, Mario Maker, coming out this year, 2015. I'm sorry. That one looks really interesting. I would like to get my hands on that.
Yeah, basically what you can do, I like the fact that you can create your own Mario World and put as many enemies as you want. You can freaking create an obstacle course out of enemies if you wanted to, and you can go back and play them. Now, this allows you to go from the flat 2D aspect of Mario, and then, or you can go to the 3D dimensions, which is really cool. So you can do either or. I thought that was really unique because, what if I want to play old school Mario like I did on my Nintendo 64? Or what if I want to play 3D just like I did on my 3DS with the one that they first came out with? So that was really cool, and the fact that, I'm going to put a pipe here, or I'm going to put a little vine here to climb to the clouds, and have like a little one of those moving like platform as I go. I don't know. Talk about it's those levels where the like little platforms on the pipes and they go around. Like,
yeah.
If I wanted to create like one of those levels like out of the clouds, though, that'd be really cool.
This is pretty fun. It looks like a pretty fun thing to use. You can use it as whatever you build. You can import that to the new Super Mario Brothers, which were the DS ones that you're speaking about. That's the new style, and you can also go back to the old 8-pixel style from the NES systems. I like that option. It's really nice. It's creative. And I remember when I was younger, I would always draw these flip books with the corner of my paper on my notebook of like a monster truck driving through like an obstacle course, and so like this kind of fulfills that fantasy. But in Mario, I could draw this, create this nice level of all these obstacle courses, and then go play it. So
yeah, that looks really cool. I think people are going to have fun with that. I wonder if they're going to allow user-created content to be published on some kind of place, or is it just me that can play all these? Or if there's like a system where maybe they can like, upload your game to this little area, and then other people can play your published or your created content. So I think that will be really cool.
Yeah, if they did something like Minecraft or Little Big Planet, where they allow you to grab from this whole plethora of levels, that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
After that, they showed a nice new IP, a new IP that was being created called Splatoon, and it looks really interesting. It's a third-person shooter, paintball war between squid humans. It's
Yeah, you basically I thought was really neat about it. It reminded me of those. No, don't get confused. So don't go on a rant about this. But whenever you're like in skateboard games, you're doing like it's a domination where you have to basically skate on these areas, do tricks, and then it paints the area. So it's almost like a land domination, but with Splatoon, what you do, it's a shooter, and you use a gun to paint your territory, and the amount of whatever percentage of territory that you have at the end of the game, then that team wins. So you want to capture as much territory as possible with your paint gun. So I thought that was really unique. That was a different idea. That was really a childish take on like shooting and stuff like that. And then like you can also turn the squid where you can like basically freaking swim in your own paint. And I thought it was really cool. Like they showed squids actually jumping out of a wall, and I was like, that's a neat idea. Now instead of just traveling on flat surfaces, I can actually go up a wall. And with that idea, they like I feel like they ran with it, and they did a really good job of presenting it. So that's the game I really want. I would like to play on the Wii U.
Yeah. Now, just with that though, is all the different control types. They're really using the gamepad on this one. They stated that you could with this one use the gyroscope on it. You can aim over a ledge with the camera, shoot the guy. They're really going in depth with this one. I like that. The question is now though, is this a full-fledged game? Is there something more to it, a single-player campaign, or is this some kind of downloadable that they're trying to offer? I'm really interested in this one, as you are as well. I hope to hear more news about this one coming up soon.
Yeah. And they also showed off, like, instead of just having a gun, they have a mixture of other weapons too. They showed off an RPG rocket where it just splattered paint everywhere. So that'll be useful, very useful effect. You can eliminate your enemies as well, so it's not just conquer your territory. You can actually basically you can eliminate your enemies by shooting them with the paint, and then they respawn on the other side. So that's really cool. With the enemies paint too. If you're trying to swim as a squid and you're trying to go underneath it, it's going to slow you down as well.
Yeah, or if you're walking.
Yeah. Same thing when you're walking. So like you may be able to swim faster as a squid in your own paint, but then once you turn into a human or if you're still a squid, the enemy's paint's going to slow you down or stop you. So I thought that was really cool. That's going to be a little fun because painting is going to be everywhere. So it's going to be hard to traverse in different places.
Yeah, it's like Call of Duty meets Mario Sunshine meets Black Swan kind of thing, or Unfinished Swan. I'm sorry. It's like all those three met together and had a little child. Huh?
I was like, Black Swan is a movie, bro.
Yeah. It's called Unfinished Swan. It's like all three of those games met together and had a love child game. Now, so we'll see what we hear from this. This was the last big game they actually spoke about. After this, they kind of started working on some closing remarks. They mentioned the Treehouse, that they're going to be doing all day today, and it's live on their Twitch. They also said to check out their YouTube. The Treehouse is going to be going through all the games that they're going to have on their show floor in their booth. So that's going to be a good option if you want to see more of the games that Nintendo has to offer. I'm definitely interested into it, and hopefully they can give me a schedule. They can post a schedule somewhere where I can tune in to catch certain games because I do want to see more from Nintendo. Mm-hmm. The last video, well, there's two things that they handed this out after they did this little talk, and we'll get on to these real quick because I know we both have places to go, things to do, people to see. They ended with a cartoon of my nose is itching. They ended with a cartoon of Kid Icarus and Link fighting, and a woman commenting on how good Link was fighting, how well he was fighting and surviving, and he goes for a Hyrulean or for a not a god, and so Link's about to give Kid Icarus what he deserves, and she steps in to stop him. He says thank you, And then she goes, "I'm not here to save you. I'm here to kick your butt too, man."
Yeah.
So that was a cool little surprise. I mean, I
Yeah.
like that.
They brought her, and then they brought her to the stage with Link, and on the Super Smash Brothers. So they actually introduced her as a character in the Super Smash Brothers as well.
Yeah.
What was her name again?
Her name was Paulatina Alights. Well, it said Alights afterwards. I don't know if they're just saying she alights, like if it's a verb or something. But her name is Paulatina, and she looks pretty interesting. She has some weird powers that she can use, and she looks kind of like a distance character to me from looking at what moves she had. She had a reflection ability. She had abilities where she does auto targeting. She had fireworks.
She had a celestial firework. She had spiritual black hole.
Yeah, see, so all that to me, it lets me know. It lets me, if we were to compare it to like how they talked about the Mii's today, you have the brawler, the sword fighter, and the gunner. She's probably the gunner class, that distance fighter. So she's a nice addition to the team, and we'll see if they have anything else or if she's the last one, I guess. I'm interested in it. It's really cool. Did you think it was cool? Yeah, I actually like the cartoon a lot, actually. I was like, hey, they should make some more of this cartoon. I like it. Okay, and then the last thing, Miyamoto. Shigeru Miyamoto comes out, and he has a gamepad in his hands, and he turns to the camera and starts talking to the camera. They have blurred out the TV screen as well as his gamepad, but you can clearly tell he's playing Star Fox. I was just... Yeah, Star Fox. He was playing Star Fox on his gamepad. I hope that he was playing a version of it that's for the Wii U. That'd be really nice. That would be a really interesting tease if that's what he did. He did that on purpose because he came out just to say bye, and that was the only time we saw him throughout the whole conference.
Yeah, but hey, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. I'm hoping it's Star Fox for Wii U. What are your thoughts about the Nintendo Digital Event, Bennett? How do you come out of this? How do you feel?
Makes me want to buy a Wii U.
Yeah?
Yeah, makes me want to buy it. I want to buy Mario Kart 8 now, but I mean, with these games coming out, maybe I'll have a bigger selection. But I have so many consoles. It's just like I don't know if I really want to buy one because there's just so damn many. You know, like you got the PS4, the Xbox One. Do I really want to go out and buy a Wii U? And some of these games they showcased today, like the Legend of Zelda game, looked like it was going to be open world. That makes me want to buy it and actually play a Zelda game. And they got the Smash Brothers Brawl, or no, I'm sorry, Super Smash Brothers. So that makes me want to buy the Wii U as well. And then Splatoon makes me want to buy it as well. So there's 3 games right there already from this conference, including Mario Kart 8 that's already out, that make you want to buy the Wii U. So we'll see. I'm not too sure if I really want to do it. But these games kind of got me driven towards wanting to buy one. We'll see.
I came out of this conference, this digital event, like Nintendo did what they had to do. There were some surprises in there, definitely with the Monolith Soft's Xenoblade Chronicles X. The fact that they announced the name of it, the title of it, they showed some. Showed you kind of what the art direction is, like story-wise. That was a nice little surprise right there. What else was there surprises? The Legend of Zelda, the art direction in that one, the actual open worldness, possibly going to be like a Skyrim type game. That would be awesome. I really like that. I felt Nintendo came today and they handled business. They also, you and I spoke about on our pre-coverage, I spoke about how Mario Kart had that Nintendo Direct Mario Kart, and they didn't take it so seriously. They had a good time. They had fun. And while I was watching this whole digital event, I was busting up with all the claymation stuff they did of Reggie Fils-Aimé, shooting the fireball at the guy in the crowd, and then laser beam eyes at him. Bowser apologizing for kidnapping Peach 58 times. Yeah, and to me that was like, all right, thank you, Nintendo. Like, thank you for doing what you had to do, talking about your games, showing us some games, not taking yourself too seriously, and giving us a good show. I was very happy with it, and they had a very solid performance in my eyes.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. They Just, wasn't a long spiel about anything. Just straight boom, and that's how I feel. Maybe some of these events should have been more digital than anything else, because that was smooth. No time in between stages and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed that. It was all pretty good. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it was straightforward, to the point. They did some talking, but the talking all was necessary. There was no fat on it. It was nice and compact and everything. I liked it a lot. Again, 2 thumbs up for me as well. I had a great time. Bennett, thank you, myself. I thank everybody for joining us, Bennett.
Guys.
Yes, thank you guys for joining us.
Hope you guys, for those of us, or those of you who are watching, if any of you are, hope that you go ahead and watch all the rest of our post E3 coverage of each conference. Comment below in our box, say what you liked. Comment with us. We want to share our information with you, and we want to hear some feedback from you guys too. We're all about the community. Hope you guys had a good E3. We'll be covering some more topics later on our Facebook and our Twitter, so don't miss out on those. And we'll see you soon.
Yeah, click those like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Again, comments, questions, anything. Communicate with us. Let's have a good time together, guys. We'll see you at the next conference, Gamescom, possibly.
See ya.